Have you ever played a game to the point where it feels almost effortless? You move without thinking, everything just clicks. It's relaxing, even meditative. And when you're able to play through the whole game like that, that's what I call the victory lap.
Anything we touch turns gold, far too much, don't worry about nothing, far too much, better let that go. Yeah, when we step through, touch roll, anything we touch it, turns gold, far too much, the MC life, but far too much, better let that go. God, what standards, that's the best thing, hold your standards, that's the best thing. God, what standards, that's the best thing, hold your standards, that's the best thing.
This video isn't about showing off. It's about a feeling, rare but unmistakable. That moment when a game stops feeling like a challenge and starts feeling like an extension of you. And to understand why, we first need to talk about something called flow, or the flow state. It's a concept first coined by psychologist Mihai Csikszentmihalyi. It's that sense of fluidity between your body and mind, where you are totally absorbed by and deeply focused on something, beyond the point of distraction. Time feels like it has slowed down. Your senses are heightened. A lot of people describe this feeling as being in the zone. And if you look at what creates flow, it's easy to see why video games are such a natural fit. Their rules and goals give you structure, a space where you can act without hesitation or second guessing. Personally, I found that games with consistent levels each run make it easier to slip into that state. Difficulty is an important part of the puzzle. If something is too easy, it leads to boredom. If it's too hard, it turns into anxiety or frustration. This flow model makes it easy to see how the balance between challenge and skill results in different outcomes. We'll come back to this model when I get to the victory lap section. So, what is it about Sekiro, Sifu and Mirror's Edge that consistently put me into that flow state? Well, allow me to show you. The truth is, it didn't happen right away. Rarely does a game hit that perfect balance between challenge and skill right from the start. It's something you have to grow into. With these 3 games, my ability had to catch up to what these games demanded of me. In Sekiro, my old From Software habits worked against me. I kept trying to roll when I should have been deflecting, and I kept trying to block when there was no shield to hide behind. It was so different that I quit the game for a while when I couldn't get past Genichiro. But that feeling of unfinished business called me back, and because some time had passed, I could finally see that I had to take a different approach. I had to stop button mashing, read my enemy and really get to know the fights. It was still punishing, but every failure started to feel like a lesson I could actually learn from. Sifu wasn't any kinder. Every time your character dies, he gets older, gaining more damage but losing health. Once you reach 80, it's game over. That system forces you to master each level, to finish as young as possible. And when I first played Sifu, I was bad at it, really bad. But every run was a chance to refine my technique, experiment and internalize the rhythm of each fight. Little by little, I moved not from panic, but from confidence. Then there's Mirror's Edge. Messing up doesn't always mean game over, but I still felt every stumble. Missing a wall run, fumbling a roll, losing momentum. It pushed me to try again and find that perfect line. The game didn't force me to play better, it made me want to. The pursuit of perfection, of rhythm, of effortless motion, that became its own reward. That endless chase for improvement is what really hooks me in these games. And because every level is largely static, it becomes almost like learning an instrument. One reason I chose these games over something like Dark Souls or Monster Hunter, which are both amazing in their own right, is because you can't simply leave, level up and come back stronger. Sure, there are some upgrades in Sekiro and Sifu, but what really gets you through is muscle memory and a deep understanding of each encounter. Eventually, the frustration disappeared. I wasn't thinking about each move anymore. I was responding, adjusting, improving. My failures stopped feeling like walls and started feeling like stepping stones. I'd reached that perfect space between challenge and skill, where everything just flows. And if you stay in that zone long enough, repeating each encounter until it feels like second nature, you eventually push past flow, down into control and finally into relaxation. Once you've reached that point, you can choose to replay the game. Not to prove anything, but to experience it differently. The reason I call it a victory lap is because the relationship with the game changes, from challenge to celebration. It's that final run through a game where, instead of needing to hyper-focus, you can finally let loose and relax. It's no longer about winning, it's about player expression. For me, getting there takes more than just practice. I need to genuinely enjoy what I'm doing. I can brute force my way through a hard game, but when a game really clicks with me, I don't want to stop. I just want to stay in it a little while longer. I think that's also one of the reasons challenge runs and speed runs are so popular. Watching them is like seeing a master at work. Doing one yourself just gives you more time with your favorite games. The reason I chose Sifu as the thumbnail is that it perfectly embodies the thesis of this video. Spoilers for the ending ahead. Sifu ends with you taking revenge on each of the 5 bosses. You could stop playing there, but the game hints at another path, one where you spare each of your enemies. That means replaying the game, dominating each opponent and then choosing to spare them. Sifu has the victory lap built into its DNA. Seeing the contrast between where you started and where you ended up is an incredible feeling, and the game rewards you for doing it one more time with a secret ending. It's perfect. Now, I'm not saying these 3 games are the only ones that can do this. They're not even the only ones for me, but they're some of the clearest examples I can give. I know this is all highly personal. What feels meditative to me might feel stressful to someone else. So I'll leave you with this question. Which games have done this for you? Games that once tested you, but now give you a sense of peace, mastery, and pure relaxed enjoyment. Hey, I hope you enjoyed this video as much as I enjoyed making it. While researching, I came across a video by Chris Morris from GameSpot, which dives even deeper into flow as it relates to video games. There's also a fantastic essay by Jacob Geller on the chase for perfection, a perfect companion piece to this video. I highly recommend checking both out. I want to give a massive shout out to Soft Sound for his incredible Mirror's Edge modding tools. He's the reason I could capture all those cinematic shots. Also, a big thanks to Mr. Crypto for his improved Mirror's Edge animation pack, which made the gameplay look extra smooth. Links to all the people mentioned are in the description down below. If you enjoyed the video and found it worth your time, consider leaving a like and subscribing to the channel. And to my Patreons, thank you so much for your support. The community is slowly growing, and if you'd like to join them, that's also found below. And that's all I got for you today. I'll catch you in the next one. Peace!